What have we just witnessed? Some ETH news has just come out and the market has absolutely gone savage on us. This is Banter Bubbles on the daily. I mean, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. My positions have been lit up. These charts are fired up. Things are insane out there. I had so many setups that I was going to bring to you guys. They've all blown up, but I'm going to show you what we have. We do have a potential GRT, Injective, Rune, and a DYDX. I've got a 500%er that I want to show you guys that we might still get an entry for, but we've got a lot to look at now, and I'm going to go through a lot of these charts now and just see where we are. It is time for cool heads, guys. When we blow up like this and you're not in positions, it's time to just sit back, cool heads. We're going to figure this out together, and I'm going to give you guys something to work with after that. So let's get right into it. I mean, the first thing we need to deal with is this tweet from Miles. The iShares Ethereum Trust has just been registered in Delaware. And what did that do to ETH? It was behaving like a stable coin for the last while. It's absolutely exploded. And when I last checked, it raced into the 2000 level here. Let's just pull ETH up quickly. There we go. We're breaking our 2000 target, which has been the target for the last while. Here we are cracking through the 2000 level. And we had a lot of setups I wanted to bring you with things like Lido and 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓 and 𝗕𝗵, which are all ETH related tokens, and these things have blown up in the last 20 minutes just before we went live. We were setting up a lot of these tokens for you guys, so just remember, now's the time for cool heads. These tokens are pushing into heavy zones here. We're pushing into potential reaction areas. If you are longing these candles now, you are potentially playing with fire, so you need to just be careful. We're gonna take some time today. The guys are here as well. We're going to take some time. We're going to look at these tokens for you, so don't panic. Let's not FOMO, but let's just get our heads around everything here. This is BTC currently. We finally broken through our 36,000 level. That was always a big area for me that we wanted to crack through. We've now blown through this thing, and the good news about this is that we have support now at 36,000. So that is our next support level. If we do get a pullback on BTC, we've got our eyes on 36,000 as our next level of support. With the current action on the 3-day chart, I'm still targeting the 40,000 region for BTC, so that is still on my watch list, where I'm expecting some kind of reaction or rejection in that area. So right now for me, it's long and strong for BTC till at least this 40,000 region, and we'll see how we go after that. But yeah, we gotta keep some cool heads here on these altcoins, guys. So let me know in the chats. I'm sure there's a lot of panic out there with what's going on. Yeah, no, this is ridiculous, guys. Welcome to everybody. I see some of the faces that are in the Sniper Club with us are here in the chats as well, guys. Yes, things are pumping out there. Kaspa, guys, I've got news for you on Kaspa. You guys made me close that Kaspa trade yesterday, but I sniped another entry, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the current Kaspa situation here. This is my current 𝗕𝗫𝗕 account that I showed you guys yesterday. Here's Kaspa. Got myself another entry there, and this one is now $900 up. I'm going to show you guys how I got that entry. It was a simple little pullback on Kaspa onto the 618 that caught my interest yesterday evening. That was down here at this 0.07 region. I've then added a few times to my position. So those of you who are interested in Kaspa, this is the 1 hour chart. This is my area of interest now. If we do get a dip down for Kaspa, this might be another potential area where you could possibly get your buys in down here at 0.083 to 0.085. That is a region of interest for me now on Kaspa. We do need to be a little bit patient with these pumps. You can see this trend lower down here is way down here, so it could easily start drifting lower. So really time for cool heads here, a little bit of patience, and we're going to go through a lot of these. Let's look at this Lido situation as well that I wanted to chat to you about. 12-hour Lido is now pumping into a 786 resistance area, which is an area of possible rejection heading through here. So 2.3 is an area to watch. But the good news is we are going to look at this area as support here. This 2.09 is a potential support area to watch. So if we do get a pullback here, this could present a nice little entry opportunity for Lido. So well, you can see we're pulling back now. So eyes on this zone now. We're going to look for this area as support. The last time we had this type of news, it was a sort of a pump and dump situation. So let's see how this plays out. 2.09 for Lido could get us an entry there. 𝗕𝗏𝗔 I've got for you. 𝗕𝗏𝗔 is now ripping through a resistance band. This was a setup that we did give in the Sniper Lounge. I missed this entry, unfortunately. It happened when I wasn't paying attention. That was 2 or 3 days ago, and now it's ripping through this resistance zone currently. So you can see now we have a clear defined region where we could look for support on 𝗕𝗏𝗔. So when we do get that little pullback, don't think we're not going to get some kind of pullback. I'm going to look for potential entries here on 𝗕𝗏𝗔 at the 1.59 region. So that is a hot zone for me. Let's see if we get this pullback now, how it settles down at 1.59, and then we should get that nice move on 𝗕𝗏𝗔 with a target at around 1.8. The reason I like 𝗕𝗏𝗔, Arbitrum, Lido, they tend to run with Ethereum, so that is why they were on my hit list today, and now ETH is fired up, so this could give us a little bit of momentum. Then I see today on Matic, I'm sure there's a lot of you wondering what's going on with Matic. There was a little bit of an announcement with Matic. Let's pull that one up. There's an announcement with Polygon here. They launched some fund, and that's now pumped this Matic token. So we are pushing into a target region now for Matic. 0.88 is a target. Support to watch is 0.80. So eyes on that now. So any pullbacks, guys, 0.80 is a strong zone for me. So that could present you with a nice entry opportunity. Right now, I wanted to show you guys a potential 500% trade that I'm looking at, and my eyes are all over this rune. And you can see this is the daily chart that I'm very interested in, and the way they sold us off down here when we had those mega dumps on rune. They actually made us forget about rune back then. They were so brutal with us, and now we have broken through this area once again, and it looks to me like potential clear skies here for rune with a possible 54% move. So if we're trading that on a 10x situation, there's a potential 500% gain here that I'm eyeing out on rune currently, but we need to get our entries for that. We can't just ape in randomly, so we need to really dial in here and see how we can possibly get an entry at these big areas for rune. So what I've done here, guys, is I've broken down a 1 hour setup for you, and we can start eyeing out some potential zones of interest here for rune. So you can see we do have a rejection now in this at this 4 region, and let's see how it drifts lower, and we could potentially pick something up in this region. I did bring Simon along today. He's talking 𝗏𝗏𝗃 with us. So Simon, if you can bring up some 𝗏𝗏𝗃 for us on rune as well, I'm going to bring you up shortly, and we're going to talk through that. Then, guys, I also have a DYDX setup, a potential cake setup that Dave is going to bring as well. Bruce is also here. Jerry joined Sniper Club today. Jerry, welcome. Good to have you in there. We're gonna guide you through there at Sniper Club, guys. You're not gonna do this alone. We're gonna make this money together. Guys, here's an update on Link. This thing has been absolutely savage as well since we spoke about it yesterday. Link is still, I'm tracking this $18 region for Link as a target, and again, still no changes here now. This 14.5 is going to be a support region. You can see why that makes sense. So if we do get some kind of pullback here, that's going to present a nice buying opportunity for Link at around 14.5. And then a TRB update. This one might actually present us with an opportunity. So TRB, I'm still eyeing this 160 target that we spoke about yesterday. And yesterday we were fighting this 786. It was a major 786 fib pool for us on TRB. So this 130 is now a keen support of interest for me, and another place to potentially add on for some long. So my target for TRB is still this 160 area. Let me pull out my measurement here. That is, sorry guys, my trading view is giving me a little bit of a hard time. That's a 20% move from this 131 support region I'm looking at on TRB. So there could be a little setup brewing here. So Simon, if you can pull up TRB well, I want to see what that's looking like on 𝗏𝗏𝗃 on the 1 hour, please. Crypto Hulk Hogan says render is next. There's a lot happening here, guys. What we're going to do now with this pump in the market, we've got to just have cool heads here, and we've got to look for these pullback zones. Let's take a look at something like 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏 that's also been performing, and you can see 𝗕𝗏𝗏 right now is pushing into this resistance band, and I've got a keen eye on this one, because if we do break through, this 𝗕𝗏𝗏 is going to run to 9.5. So that is my next target for 𝗕𝗏𝗏. We are looking at that move over here. So about 18% in play, but right now we are at a resistance zone. So now it's time to exercise caution. It's time to dial in. It's time to look at potential support zones that we can attack for 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏 and see where we can grab a potential entry. So 7.4 is the candle under today's low. So that would be my first base. Let's pull up some of the guys here. Actually, I want to get Simon's opinion on this 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏 as well. Mr. 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃.
Hello.
What did you do with that?
Bullish. Oh,
you know,
mate, I've been
changed my shirt.
It pumped so much I got a haircut. Yeah, it was just insane.
You see, I changed it. Literally burned to the black out of my t-shirt, guys. If you're wondering, my wife gave me permission to wear white shirt now because it's summer and the market is pumping. So, what are you making of this? What are you seeing with 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 out there? What is it telling us? I mean, this thing looks hot. It looks overshot here. What are we doing?
So, in general, the whole market is frothy as hell right now. One of the things that we've discovered with 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 is it works superbly in a ranging market, but when it's a bullish market, it shoots out the top, it goes out the sky, the ceiling, and it completely breaks 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃. And what we actually need to do is we need to turn off certain features and actually rely on a bit more regular charting. And also, maybe the trend catcher is quite good. So I'm having to adapt my views a little bit today, but it's all good. We got some good setups.
So yeah, I mean, look, I see we are getting a little bit of a rejection now, guys. Remember, these pumps like that, they don't last very long. They send you hard, and then they come for you. Look at this. So whoever's now been buying the top of this pump is feeling a little bit of heat, especially the leverage traders here. So this is BTC rejecting. So we're not going to panic here until we around about 36,900. Let's see what happens there. And then I have another base level here at 36,000. So that is our main support. Alex is loving Solana. Yeah, guys, it's been absolutely beast out there. There must be a lot of FOMO, but a pullback like this is probably going to present us with some opportunities now. Simon, let's look at Rune. You have been working on that for me. So this is my current situation with Rune. We have broken through a resistance zone. I'm looking for a big move now. I'm looking for a nice entry here for Rune where we can really send this thing. So my first area of interest is this 3.6. Do you want to show me what we're looking at?
Sure. Here? So you're looking at the 382, yeah? My screen, if you pull up.
Pull your screen up here.
Yeah. Go for it. There we go. Right, Rune, hold on a sec. Okay, so just to give people an overview of where we are. Look, I have to go back so far just to find the last time we were here. This was May 22. I mean, how about that? So anyway, let's zoom back in, guys. Let's see what we can tell you for today. So obviously I've been looking at the 4 hour, which gave me just about the most area of interest. The problem with these pumps is what happens is you get these candles and the RSI tends to go. So I'm kind of looking for a time frame where it makes a bit more sense to me. I know you're looking for the pullback, but there's actually signs here that we're not done on this pump. The first one, which is of most interest to me, is this cash flow. Just to sort of give the guys a better look, let me zoom in real quick. 1 second. So you see behind the green wave behind this in the oscillator, you've got this wave, right? So just to let anyone know that doesn't know, this is essentially cash flow. And as you can see, it's literally turned and we're going up again. So there's new money flowing into this coin. Combine this with the fact that the RSI, okay, so we're up at 80, but as we know, the overbought area, it can stay up here at this sort of level for some time, you know, and it can come down and it can come back. And while it's doing that, we're getting more pushes up. So it looks to me at the minute like actually we're not quite done going up. I kind of see that this long position here, which has been playing out here, okay, we got our first take profit here. It looks to me like you've probably got, based on the cash flow, another few candles before you get your second X, and then we get a pullback. So I think probably that's when you'll get your 382 pullback, Dylan. And then long term, I mean, Well, let's have a look. I mean, at the minute, the daily is quite high. Let's have a look at the 8 hour real quick. Yeah, so this is a bit more of interest to me. You've got the RSI is still firmly facing up. I think we've got some up first, mate. I really do. I know you're talking about a 382 pullback, but it just reads to me like we're not done going up, basically. I mean, there was some bearish divergence that hasn't played up.
Out there. Okay, so the degens out there,
Yeah.
this is the only way you're going to be able to play it in this type of market. You need to dial in to the 15 minutes. This is ultimate degen vibes, though. This is where it gets. This is where things can get very spicy. If you're trying to find an entry, and the hourly isn't doing it for you, you can see we had this range here. You need to dial in a little bit closer. And you need to start picking up. Signs, flags, little formations, little support areas that you can play around with. And if we look at this chart right now, you can see there was a little cluster over here at 3.88. That is an area of interest as a support region on the 15 minutes. So let's try and just highlight that for you.
There is on the 15 minute on my chart 3 X's. I don't know if you want to bring me up again in just a second. When you're done with your chart, I can just I can go through that as well.
Okay, so we're going to try and just dig in for little support areas and things where you can play it. But this is degen stuff, guys. This is small position stuff. This market is incredibly hot right now. I'm adding your screen here.
Okay, so just real quick. You guys will know the amount of times I've said this. I find it difficult to short a bullish market because you always get wrecked. However, if we're being absolutely 𝗪𝗏 here is the long. There's 1, 2, 3 take profits, and the price action has not given a shit. It's still kept going. But what I do find interesting now is we're in the reversal zone. We've got nice bit of bearish divergence present. We've had a signal there present the short to us, and actually on the 15 minute the cash flow is now coming down again. So yeah, I think you're right, Dylan. To zoom into the 15 is more likely you're going to get something like that, maybe to your 382, but I wasn't seeing that at the higher levels.
Okay, what we need to do now, guys, we're going to jump into the next one. We want to look for more entries as well. Look at track Rune, 15 minutes. I'm tracking it now. 3.8 is support I'm watching currently for Rune. If it is going to go more, we'll keep our eyes on it. We're going to track a little flag. Let me just draw a nice little flag here for you. I'm adding my screen. Okay, so we're just looking for some kind of consolidation here that we can track for Rune. So you want to just bang in a little trend and see how it starts playing out. So let's see what we get here, and then we can maybe get that little move out of this little Rune flag. If it starts losing the support region, then we're more than likely on our way down to that 382. So that's probably the safest way you could try and play that. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 says red candles on Sol. We're going to look at that now. Oh yes, Farhad. Guys, I mean, with all the excitement, I went long oil. I didn't even tell you guys. I had an oil long setup. Farhad got it in the Sniper Club today. I'm going to show you that trade as well. But it's all about alts right now and these crypto things. Okay, let's find our next setup. David's got a DYDX he wants to tell us about. Let's bring Dave up. And while you're talking here, I'm going to talk to you about Sol as well. Dave.
What's going on, guys?
It's wild out there. It's absolutely wild,
man. Exciting. This is the moments we wait for.
It's exciting, but it's pretty intense what's happened here. And we've just had Sol bounce off the 382, quite interestingly, on the 1 hour. And there is a nice reaction here. So things might be okay. Little flush out there for Sol. But right now seems to be all right. For me, support would be under that candle, 45.7. If it is going to hold, that is support to watch for Sol. I mean, can you imagine how many people just bought the top there? And late longers just got rinsed. It's pretty tough out there. Okay, Dave, give us this DYDX setup.
Yeah, no, we're paying attention to all these pumps, and a lot of tokens have taken off, but you can see that Bitcoin is pumped 5.25% and DYDX is at 1.59%. So what's incredible is that you guys can see that this was a resistance line, also a 618. The 618 is actually pulled from this last lower high to the very bottom. So you can see here, just kind of draw it in case you guys don't have this fib, but from here to here, that's how we get the 618. We're holding a very nice trend line. And, you know, if we can get a pullback to the 236, I think that would be an amazing entry. But, you know, last week I said that on a lot of tokens and we never got the pullback and it just took off. And that's just the reality. So, I mean, even right now, this could be, this was resistance. Now it's potential support. So maybe even a small position now and laddering in on a 236 pullback. You know, the situation that I'm seeing here on DYDX is maybe something like this. Very simple. So there's a lot of them like that, and I think DYDX is probably going to rip pretty high. It always has its moments. So yeah, it looks good to me. Looks really good to me. As far as one that hasn't taken off yet.
I mean, how do we snipe an entry now? For those that missed this whole move in the last 2 hours, what do we do? What is the plan here, Dave? What is your plan?
Man, honestly, we just saw one on IMX. You saw, I don't know if you guys saw that little red wick right now, like it literally bounced off the 382. So I think that's going to be the same situation with DYDX. I think we're going to have a red wick at the 236 and then we go. So me personally, I'm going to add an alert right here at the 236. And I plan on sniping an entry there. If you guys want to take a small position now, you know, small leverage, small position, just in case it starts to take off. I don't think DYDX is going to lose this trend line. I mean, we've been following this trend line since the 17th of October, and we're in a bullish market. DYDX hasn't taken off yet, like some of these other tokens. So look at Lido, man. We were just looking this morning. Now it's ripped 15%. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think the same thing's going to happen with DYDX. Like, it's just a moment of time when we're like, oh my God, DYDX is at 15%. So, anyways.
Guys, I just want to show you this this Lido chart. It's just happened now. It's now rejecting at the 786, which is what I was trying to mention earlier. This is like a resistance / reaction / TP area. Next zone for Lido, if we do crack on through this, 2.48 is the next level for Lido. So, I mean, this has been an absolute savage move. I think, we've missed it by about an hour for you guys. You know, the time change for us back an hour. But yeah, this is where we are. This is what we're dealing with. So, you know, something like Lido 2.1 support. Right now, we're at resistance now, 2.27. So if you're longing into resistance, you are playing with fire. You need to pull out. You need to dial in. You need to really take a look. Bruce, and welcome. I didn't announce
hello
Bruce.
there.
Right. Sorry. Yes, Bruce is here, everybody.
And we have a cake setup if you want.
Yes, please give us this cake setup.
All right. This is the only one I see that is now versus stuff we got to wait for a pullback on. But Cake basically very politely came back and tested this support level. And right at the 382, I actually already entered it literally just before the show started. Pretty simple setup. Right, break resistance, come back, retest support, 382 rejection, and it seems to be respecting that level beautifully so far. Like you can see it right there, right there, right there, and right there. So, assuming the market continues pumping and Bitcoin continues pumping, I would expect this thing to go. What I've got a literally just did it. I got a slightly bigger stop than I usually do, right below the 382. So we're talking about, I do lower leverage because it's almost a 4% stop, but seems to be holding. And then let's go to the higher time frame and see what the upside is, if we can find it. Yep, my next marker, because you can see that there's a little bit of resistance there, right there. So my next target for that is going to be 2.728 approximately. So that's a nice little pump if Bitcoin continues doing its thing. We're looking at almost a 30% pump to the next level because we're going level by level now.
Okay, thanks, Bruce. I see a lot of people in the chats were watching Run's show, and he was live when that pump happened. So well done, guys. If you were watching the show and you caught that, that is power. Let us know. Let us know actually what you guys are trading. What are you in? I'm going to start working on some of these charts in the chats here. I've got requests for 𝗕𝗊. I've got ADA with exclamations. I've got you. We're going to do some ADA right now. GRT, we have a potential setup brewing on GRT as well. And I'm going to show you my injective setup that is still actually in play. So here's injective that I've been working on earlier today. We were looking for a break and a retest, and we wanted some support to hold for our entry option 1. Let me know when you can see my screen there. So this was entry option 1, was in this region. We wanted to see this break in this area and hold as support at around about 18, which is where we were looking originally. And then entry option 2 was a pullback to this old major resistance area, which is now showing itself as support. And I do have a trend in play here as well. So for injective, for me, I'm very interested at around 6.8. And you can see it is trying to drift down at the moment. So options for injective, again, if we do break the high here and find some support, then you can take your long. Otherwise, you want to wait till it pulls back. Sorry, I just have a little bit of a lag here on my trading view. So we're looking for a little break up and a retest, which is what we were looking for earlier today. Otherwise, we're going to take this down here. The alarms are set here at 16.8, that sort of region. So that is where I want to be for injective. And my target is, it's quite simple. It's 21. And that would be all-time highs.
Yeah.
So we do have a couple of tokens pushing into all-time high regions soon. Injective is one of them moving into that region. So, my feeling is once we get to that area, we really need to start need to start cooling off here and looking at reassessing where we are with these altcoins. Sorry, my trading view is giving me a hard time.
So Dylan, I got a question for you. We've talked a lot during the last months now of how you want to buy after major pullbacks when everybody's scared, and you basically buy when things are red. But it's scary. But now we're in the opposite position, which a lot of people haven't experienced before, where the tendency, the emotion is the opposite, right? You see these candles pumping and you feel like, oh my God, it's going to leave without me. What do I do? And so you FOMO. How do you handle that?
So it's the best entries you ever get are the ones where you feel uncomfortable and you really don't want to be in crypto and you feel like it's dumping and you feel like it's over. Those are your entries. If you're trying to buy on these pumps, you've missed the main entry. That's that's what we try and teach people as much as we can. The best entries are when you're feeling negative and it's falling over. So the only way I can manage these pumps is to become an absolute scalper. When things are ripping like that, you've missed your best entry. Okay, so now if we've missed our best entry, what do? We need in our scalp and really look at levels. We pull our fibs, we look at these areas, and we have to dial in on these 15 minutes. And all the time, we have to understand that we are pushing into resistance zones, trying to catch longs into these areas while we break through these zones. So, guys, it's very tricky. And FOMO is a thing. And don't feel stressed out about it. It's happened to all of us. You've missed nothing. If you really zoom out on the bigger picture here, you've actually missed nothing. So there is no rush, and you will get your entries. Don't FOMO into like 20 trades, now 30 trades, because you think you've missed the boat, and then next thing we get a reversal. Play it cool and hang out in the Sniper Club with all of us, guys. For those of you that don't know, the Sniper Club, we are there to support you. We've launched a Discord called the Sniper Club. There is a link in the description, and the Sniper team is there, and Sheldon is there as well. There'll be guest appearances from Mama Sniper as well. Craig is there, OGJ. They're all there in the Sniper Club, guys. So link is in the description. There should be a promo available. If you use the code Sheldon, you're going to get a 15% discount. So there's only a limited amount left. So I think there's probably about 50 left. So take a look there, link in the description, guys. And we are active in there. We're doing calls Monday, Wednesday, Friday, closed group calls with you guys. We are in the chats. We are posting charts. We are active in there all day long. And guys in the chats here from Sniper Club, let us know how it's going in there. We did cover a little bit.
I went live today. We went live today as well. An impromptu session for just under an hour, and we gave a whole lesson on Lux Algo, how to read charts, and literally it maxed out because it wouldn't let anybody else in. So a lot of people, I think, got in and got a lot of value out of it. So as well as what Dylan just said, there will be these drop-in sessions, guys, at any time. Yeah. It's well worth it.
All the time.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on there, guys. Okay, let's get back to some possible setups here. Leon's here from he says 𝗕𝗵𝗲 represent. 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗂 like the possible long on Phantom. And guys in the chats, look, it's been fun getting to know you guys. You know, talking to you guys in the chats, I'm enjoying it.
Personal.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so GRT, this GRT trade, Simon, how's the 𝗪𝗀 now on GRT?
What time frame you on?
This is the 4 hour, but I'm happy if you look down to 1 hour for me.
I've got the 4 hour open right now if you want to bring me up, and then I can go down to the 1 hour as well. That's fine.
So we are still currently long GRT.
Correct. And I'll tell you why. Look at this, guys. We've got a lovely RSI. It's got so far to go. If you look at this general price action, we have got a nice big pump potentially available to us. It may not go all the way, but we've got some moves to be had. And of course, that should transfer into the price action up here real quick, where we would expect price action to have some sort of reaction and make its way back up to hugging this top ribbon as it has been all the way up. And there's one other thing that really quite excites me. We have been squeezed like crazy. If you look at this black space between the red and the green ribbons all the way, now look, it's opening up big time. And what that allows to do is it opens up the volatility as well. This Lux volatility that you probably can't see because it's very small. It says moderate. It's going to go to large, and we are expecting to see volatility. And where there's volatility, there's money to be made, you know. So this short should finish up. And I'd hope we get some sort of long, just like on here when we got the long halfway between this sort of black space. I'd expect to get another long signal somewhere around here pretty soon. So that should translate into another push up with any luck. So yeah, Dylan, I'm with you there, mate. Long and strong.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to hold my GRT. Look, it is up. It's doing all right. So just to recap here, guys, we did have this 382 lower down. We did tend to front run that one a little bit. So just eyes on this level now. The 618 is at 0.1265. Sorry, it was the 618. 0.1255 is your main support region to watch for GRT. But that one should be good still. Let's cover Phantom. We have a request for Phantom. And then we've got AGIX and we've got GRT as well. I mean, not GRT, EGLD.
Okay. TradingView slow today, isn't it? I wonder if it's because everybody's using it. I reckon everybody's using it at the same time.
Yeah, their APIs are overloaded.
Is yours also lagging?
Yeah, it is. It is. I think it's not you, man. I think it's TradingView. They can't cope. It's a good sign.
Okay, well, look, while we wait 5 decades for this Phantom to load. Okay, there it is. Okay. So this Phantom trade is still in play. This is where we were. The 𝗕𝗵𝗲 signal was the Phantom long. Sheldon and I both pushed out Phantom longs, actually. I think the one in 𝗕𝗵𝗲 looks like this. 200-day MA support with horizontal and trend. We did print a new high recently, so that was today. And now we're just going to watch the zone for support. Let's dial in a little bit and see where we are. Right, so I'm looking for horizontal support to hold here. 274, that would be ideal. Let's just highlight this for you. This zone over here, 0.274. You can see there's a nice horizontal here for us. So we want to see if this area now holds and this move continues. Otherwise, you do have backup here. This is the 200-day MA and trend, and it's back in our entry zone, and that might be another opportunity as well if it does dip lower. So yeah, those are the options right now, but horizontal support is in play, and then 200-day MA bringing it up at the bottom there. Okay, can I bring up AGIX? That's a nice AI token we do need to talk about.
AGIX, yeah.
Farhad says even the internet is getting crazy.
Yeah.
Everything's slow, isn't it? It's really slow today. I'm just looking at
Okay.
AGIX. It won't even load.
Okay, well, I'm glad it's not just my side. Guys, let us know in the chats. Are you struggling with TradingView? Is it slow on your side? What's going on there? I mean, I was playing around in some of these exchanges and I was getting a lag as well. So definitely something going on there. Let's look at AGIX 12 hour. Again, it's actually hardly moved. If you look at some of these altcoins, they still have a lot of room to go. And that's why we were trying to identify 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗜𝗧, 𝗧𝗏 and 𝗕𝗵 earlier, because they were going to be late movers. And something like AGIX could also be one of these late movers here. We are still just huddled around the 200-day MA. Rui says TradingView, the exchanges are slow. TradingView is working fine. We got some comments here saying TradingView is a bit slow. Okay. So look, AGIX 200-day MA is bringing up support here for us. We have broken and retested. Let's look for some areas of interest here. Guys, let us know. Are you still happy with our music, or do we need to get Dave to mix us another track? I'm quite enjoying it.
We need more.
I think I've got another week in me, or are we going to get Dave to do some more?
I'll work on something new this weekend.
Mate, you need to bang something out that's fitting for a bull market. Maybe an extra 10 BPM or something.
Yeah. I'll work on some stuff.
We can definitely get something faster. But yeah, the guys like they watch these videos on 2x speed. So sometimes
There you go. That's the fast heat there.
300 beats a minute. Steve wants a bit of acoustic, Dave. There you go.
So guys, AGIX, a little 618 pullback there on the 12 hour that you can see, a nice little ping off the 618. It is that resistance now. So just watch this zone. This is a little resistance band you want to watch. Okay, support for you is that low 0.232. That's support that you need to keep an eye on. Right now you are at resistance, so you need to be a little bit cautious there unless you are doing, unless you're scalping and things like that. We can try and zoom in and take a look. Sure, this thing is very slow today. Keep going.
Oh, look at TRB's popping back.
Yeah, TRB looks like
TRB pulling back.
Yeah, made in a big way.
Yeah, TRB looks
go.
really good on 𝗏𝗏𝗃. There we go.
Yeah, I see a 236 there.
Okay, so guys, these are the support areas I'm watching for TRB. 130, and we've got this horizontal at 125, give or take. Does that tie in with you guys?
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, these are our possible entry zones, and then we do have that trend pushing up as well. So guys, remember, if we're staying in line with this trend, we keep trading this trend, we keep sending it higher. If we start losing the trend, then things start looking potentially a little bit bearish, and then we start flipping over a little bit. Okay, so right now we're watching TRB. I like this 130 region. If I zoom out, I'm going to show you guys why I like that. It's a major fib pool from the highs in May 21. That's a 786, and it's reclaimed that. It struggled against that area. Now it's reclaimed that, and we want to see that hold as support for us. So that is why I'm interested in that 786 region.
It's moving now, actually. It's just tapping now on 34.
What's tapping?
I'm just saying TRB now. Yeah, I'm watching TRB as we speak. On Lux Algo, the indicator is really, really quite low on the RSI now. It's coming down. It's gonna be a long, probably about the 130 region, like you said, Dill.
Yeah. Okay. So we're pulling in. Let's see how we go. Okay. ADA. Where's the K? Wants ADA.
Oh my gosh, TRB just jumped to 125.
Which side are you on?
TRB just had a huge extra 5% dip.
Yep.
125.
Oh wow! Holy cow! It went off the bottom end.
Okay, let's look at ADA. Let's see where we are here.
Seems to have an 126.5. We'll see if it stays there.
Okay, ADA banging into a resistance area. No surprises here. what we want to see is it reclaim this area. Now it's actually trying to break through. So let's just zoom out and let's just get a picture for where we are. Okay, so you can see what's going on here. Resistance, big resistance band here for ADA. So if you are longing ADA in this area, you are longing into quite a strong resistance area. You can see I'm highlighting these areas here, why this is a good area or resistance zone. So what you want to see ADA just settle up here and just form some kind of support. We're going to dial in now and take a look. But we really want to see this resistance band now turn into a support area. And then we're going to get a nice move on ADA. We should get a couple of percent here. We should get 39.64 and we should get 41 on ADA. But first things first, it needs to hold this area. So let it break up. We've got to see how this candle finishes. We can dial in. Let's pull up another exchange here. Okay, so this is the high that I would watch for now. I would watch that area there. Keep your eyes on that. Let's pull out a trend. This is the 1 hour, guys. Okay, so we're going to watch that area. And then you've got nice support. So a dip to the 382 potentially. But you really want to see support start holding in the zone if it's going to push up into the next area. If you see it start losing this trend, it's most likely a sign that it wants to reject and start dipping lower into that lower support region. So if we go back to the main chart, okay, so if we go back to the main chart, you can see we're at resistance. So if we start losing that trend that I've just shown you on the 1 hour, it's potentially going to want to dip lower down to this 0.35 as a range low area. So right now, track that little trend that I've showed you. Maybe set your alarms as well. Let's just pull that up again for you. Okay, so that's how I would play this right now. So look for your support here, watch this trend, use this trend. We're potentially coming lower, and eyes on the 382 at 0.367. So that is a little area of interest for me. We'd like to see this hold and then push up new highs, obviously. That is the plan. Bruce or Dave, can you pull up EGLD there, please?
Sure.
Okay, let's take another look at 𝗧𝗵𝗪𝗏. I'm sure there's a lot of Sol questions here. Yeah, a little bit of pressure here on Sol. So it did push a new high for the year last week on Wednesday, the 1st. It smashed 46. We did break it, and now we got to see if Sol's going to hold this. If it's not going to hold this, it's going to drift lower down. So 382. This 382 is still support I'm watching, Cyborg. For 45.9, let's watch that area. If we start dipping below that, you can see these areas of interest. We've got, let's pull that 382 up there. Okay, that's the new high. So we're taking that 382 from the new high. And then we've got a solid zone here. Okay, I quite like this area. Okay, so the Sol Bulls, there's another area over here that's interesting for you. 44.9, 44.7, that's another nice area. So you can see right now it is trying to react on this 382. It's trying to push higher. Support 44.7 just underneath that. Okay, who's got EGLD here?
I got it.
Dylan, sorry to ask, when you get a second, just pull up ETH-BTC and then ETH's dominance.
Okay.
Have a look at that.
Bruce, your screen is up there.
Sure. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I mean, we had a major pump, like kind of everything. Actually, that was a couple of days ago. It was Saturday. And then it's ignored everything else that went on. It's just drifted down right to the 618 and the support level. And it's just ranging right now. It's literally doing nothing right over there. I don't know why it's not reacting to the market. Because one would expect that.
It did its own thing the other day, so I think the money's now moved somewhere else.
Yeah, that's probably
Milo,
true.
well
So,
spotted.
Say again?
No, I just see Milo saying ETC flying. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so EGLD, what do we got here? Rangy stuff.
Rangy, yeah. And the money seems to be in all the other alts or in Ethereum and Bitcoin and all that. Personally, I'd be patient. I mean, it'd be great if this thing just drifted around for a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I don't see like a clear entrance on it. The leverage, if you're a spot buyer, it's probably right a great area right now. Assuming the market's Bitcoin's going to continue going up, but right now, kind of nothing. It's on a slight uptrend, like making slightly higher lows right there.
Okay.
Not
Maybe
excited.
says EGLD never reacts to the market, always does its own thing. Yeah, that is true. I have actually noticed that a little bit.
Cool.
We have seen that in the past.
Actually, we're noticing that across the board, right? Like WLD and 𝗵𝗆𝗍𝗃, and while they've been quiet compared to the older, more tokens that have been depressed for so long, because the money's flowed back into the good old stuff. So yeah. It'll come back.
Wants to know which altcoin are we referring to. The altcoin in the title was Rune. There is a setup potentially brewing for Rune. If this market stays bullish, I think Rune is going to really push, and we need to just snag some nice entries there. So we are working on that. KJN also asked which token it was. It was Rune. And Dr. Crypto says, smash the like button. Correct. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, smash the like button. This is ETH BTC. It's rejecting at the 200-week MA. Well, not necessarily rejecting, but it's finding some pressure here at the 200-week MA. So this is what we were watching previously. This was our support. We were looking for that bounce. So if we can crack this 200-week MA, I think our next target is going to be trend here. So that could be a very nice move for ETH and the altcoins in general. So let's just take a look at this total 3 one more time. Still pushing into the resistance, and you can see also 200-week MA is a bit of a resistance area for it now, and we just want to push this weekly band here. If we do go through here, these altcoins are actually going to go savage on us. Things are going to blow up here. So guys, this is a massive area. This is still a potential altcoin rejection area, so understand that we could easily have a few percent move back here, and these altcoins are going to bleed. But if we do crack ahead here, this is a big zone, and these altcoins can start flying. We do have requests for Atom. Let's pull up Atom and see where we are with Atom.
Dill, do you ever look at ETH dominance? Because it's absolutely made a massive high instead of total 3. Do you ever look at the ETH dominance, or do you generally skip over that?
I generally look at total 3. But yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. Let's see where we are.
It's made a huge candle.
Okay, so Atom, somebody in the chat said Atom's 𝗕𝗵𝗫 said Atom smashed me yesterday. How did it smash you yesterday? This thing looks like it's on a one-way train going up here, and possibly shorting there. So this is our maybe he was trying to short this guy. So this was our Atom trade that we gave in the Sniper Club way down here. No, we actually gave it when we launched signals before the Sniper Club, and Atom has banged into resistance, guys. You can see I like to trade these things level by level, and you can see it's basically just like in a building. You go up the elevator, you stop at each floor, you hang around, you move to the next area, and that's how we're playing it. So Atom, for example, is now rejecting at this resistance area. You can see why it's rejecting. This is resistance, and support is your 200-day MA. So I really like Atom as support. 8.6, 8.62, 8.66, that sort of region is a nice support for Atom. So nothing to worry about, nothing to panic about if you are in Atom. Your support is 200-day MA and horizontal 8.622. It's nice. It looks good. And your upside is 9, and then you break through that, and my next target is 10 for Atom. So let's see how this 200-day MA holds. And remember, we are in a steep uptrend, guys, and it's perfectly acceptable at any point in time there is some kind of pullback. So just make sure you are managing your risk and your leverage. You don't want to be over leveraged. A bull market can still hurt you. It's not just a money printing machine. You got to make sure you manage your position sizes and all these things.
Didn't you close a couple trades down today to take profit?
I did close. Yeah, it was a little bit hot, so I started closing a few. When the market pumps like that, guys, yeah, it's you often get dealt a little pullback afterwards when you get those moves. It's that euphoria that comes in. Everyone gets super excited. And yeah, Link's a perfect example. Link is now rejecting 15 minutes. It always looks a little bit more dramatic on the 15 minutes. But this is where we are with Link. We're pulling back. We're looking for some kind of trend support here. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah. And guys, one of the things you got to realize is that you look on your exchange and you see all this unrealized profit. Oh my God, I'm going to get rich, going to the moon. That money is not yours until you close the trade. So it goes from unrealized profit to realized profit. So never forget that one. And go away in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, and it's happened to all of us. We've seen this movie a million times, and we've even seen this year. How many times do we get news on like the BTC ETF or something? It pumped, and within a couple of hours, we were back resetting. And this is clearly what's happening here. So we're going to watch the Link on this horizontal. We're going to watch this trend area now. This is the 15 minutes. And then let's zoom out bigger picture so we can see where we are in the grand scheme of things.
Yep.
And bigger picture for Link. And I did cover this briefly earlier. But yeah, this is ridiculous. So Link, the main support is the 618. We did speak about Link earlier. I think I covered it. I do have this other level here.
That Link trade that you gave the other day, it literally hit TP3 right up at the top. It wicked up there as well perfectly, up to 16.
So there we go.
Yeah, we're starting to see a little pullback now.
Okay, so Link is now at a resistance band here, 14.8 or 15 is now resistance. This is a weekly chart, okay? So if we start having a drastic pullback here, your target is around about 13.1, 13.2 at that 618 lower down. So that's what you're going to get your eyes on.
So nice to be at a 2x to where we've been for the last 12 months, whatever it is, isn't it? It's been a stable coin.
Okay. Okay, so the guys, this opportunity, this pullback is an opportunity. So let's see what we can try and scalp here quickly.
Yeah.
Let's
re-look at Lido. Okay, so here we go. Here's an example of Lido on a 1 hour. Okay, we've had this mega pump into an area. Where did it reject? That's 786. Big rejection there. Now, this is the first test for Lido. If this area is going to hold, and that move wasn't just a quick pump and dump, this is our area, 2.08. This is our buy area for Lido. So, this is just a classic break of support and retest that old range high as support. So let's see how Lido goes, but I quite like it as a first buy at 2.88. And then, lower down at the range low again, 1.93. That is an area. So here we go.
Yep,
okay,
that's perfect.
And then, guys, it looks like everything's going down. This is an opportunity for us to identify good zones. So Lido is one of them. These are one of my key ones that I'm looking at here, 2.08. Let's pull up 𝗕𝗏𝗕𝗄. I want to see if it's hit that daily low.
𝗕𝗏𝗕𝗄 is not doing it. No pullback on 𝗕𝗏𝗕𝗄.
So this is nice. Okay, this is very nice. Okay, so we have broken a trend. Let's zoom in here. This could be an entry. Okay, so I was tracking this trend earlier. If you guys see the bigger picture, if I zoom out, you can see what I'm looking at here. This is a range area. This was support previously. We lost that support. It was then resistance again, resistance, and now we've broken through, and we want to see this area hold now. So this is a region of interest to me, this 1.11 to 1.1 region. If we can find support here, we're sending 𝗕𝗏𝗕𝗄 to 1.2, and that's just the next step. That's an 8% play. And remember, 𝗕𝗏𝗕𝗄, Optimism, Lido, they like to run with ETH, Matic. So if ETH is now turning bullish for the next while, these are tokens you want to be visiting, at least hanging out with, spending some time together, quality time. So let's see how this goes. Let's look for that support.
Render is pulling into a zone also right now.
Here we are here. Okay, your main support area for render for me, 2.1. Okay, I do like this area still. It's this idea is still in play. It depends how brutal the pullback's going to be, but this plan is still in play, guys. 2.1 for render.
Look at Bitcoin.
No, they're sending us to zero now. They're sending us to
zero. They are 36.
They're sending us back to zero.
There we go.
100.
We've seen this movie before.
That's all right. This is good. Yeah.
We've seen this movie.
This is fine. This is fine.
It's fun. It really is fun.
This is fine.
Guys, just zoom out. Listen, don't watch these little candles. Zoom out. Let's look at the bigger picture. Let's see what's actually happening here. Guys, watch 30 minutes to get into panic.
Oh,
look how small.
Look how it's hanging everywhere.
It's tiny, isn't it?
Hanging everywhere.
Render's pulling all the way back to the. It's already down to 2.07.
Zero.
Yeah, it's going to zero.
Yeah. It's down to zero.
Oh, wow. Render's already
Render's at minus 10.
Zero.
Render's at.
I have a
minus
below the 618. 2.02 right now.
So render
drop that support.
200-day MA, 50-day MA.
Whoa!
Yep.
Look at Rune.
That's it.
Oh my god! Look at Rune. Whoa! Look at Rune. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Look at Rune. Look at that, baby.
I just want to watch render here at this.
That is the definition of why you take your profits.
Yes.
Wow! Look at Rune right now. I'm gonna go. I'm looking at this.
Right back to support.
Oh wow!
How quickly can I type Rune in my? How quickly can I type Rune in my exchange? Hang on.
Look at the candle. Up, down, up, down. What about the 4 hour?
Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Look at that wick.
This is good. No, this is good. This is good.
That's the lick.
It's going to zero.
Yeah.
Jeez,
whoa! Look at that.
Savage.
Yeah.
Let's see what.
Predictable though.
Let's see what the candle, buddy.
This was absolutely predictable though. We've all been here, done, got the T-shirt. No.
Look at that.
Rata says Tomo's going to hell.
Oh, Tomo's God.
Here we go, guys. I've got your Kaspa. Guys, if you want an entry to Kaspa, look at Kaspa right now. There's your entry. Look at Kaspa right now. Here we go. Here we go.
Rune. Look how they're buying this Rune candle up. Look how Rune's getting bought up here.
I'm buying Kaspa as we speak right now.
Woohoo! Yep, there goes Tomo. Yep.
They've just bought up Rune. They've just bought up Rune from 2.6. Okay, let's take a look at Kaspa. Rune has been, that whole wick's been taken care of now. They bought that whole thing up on Rune.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that. Right, I've just got some more Kaspa. Lovely. Thank you. Market. There we go. Woo!
You love that token, don't you?
I love it. We've got quiet because we're all buying.
I know, exactly. Excuse me.
Saik says, why is this happening? Yeah, so Saik, sometimes you get these news events, and we had this a little bit earlier in the year where they announced that there was a BTC announcement.
Ooh, look at KAS.
And what happened was the ETF came out, the news came out that it was happening or something like that. We had this mega pump, and then it just reversed on everybody. So we've seen this movie before. I think it's safe to say
50% trade on Rune.
Wow, this KAS.
In less than a minute. In less than a minute, I've just took 50% off Rune. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
KAS is dropping again. All dropping.
Okay, so
KAS.
Okay, hold on.
I'm buying.
KAS is moving into support here.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so this is our support region for KAS. This is horizontal. We're watching as a first line of interest here. Simon, where did you buy this?
On MEXC, and literally I market bought just more for my bag. So I don't know. Hang on a second.
You don't know what level you
mean at what price? Price level 0.077. 77, but it's just spot buy. I'm not leveraging when it's like this. I'm just adding to my bag.
Right.
No, this
considering where my average entry is. This is a sell-off, eh? Look at that.
True. Okay, guys, let us know in the comments.
How
are you feeling, guys? How are you feeling? What is going on here? Let us know. Let us know. There seems to be a nice, So Dynaway says dumpster mode here. Things are falling over. This is a reset, guys, and I think I'm sure we were talking about this the other day. These resets come when you least expect it. And somebody actually said that today. When you least expect it, they come for you. And here it is. So we're watching KAS right now. For those just coming in here, this is KAS dropping on to support. You can see we've had a reaction at a trend, and the buyers are stepping in now. Let's see how they go.
I've got on Lux Algo for Casper a nice. It keeps flashing on and off, but it's almost ready to stay on. It's a buy signal on the oscillator, and the RSI is also starting to level out. Hey, do you want to bring me up real quick? I can show you what I'm looking at if you want.
So this is generally a good buy opportunity.
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. So this was where we just were just before. This is the 15-minute chart. Obviously, this is a take profit from this short, guys. I literally hopped in somewhere around there. And then the reason I hopped in is the RSI was already down at sort of the 27 level. So in my mind, we've only lost that much. So I think if you can see here, we are actually starting to level off just a little bit already. Can you see how the angle's changed? Which basically, it doesn't mean anything because it can very easily just go vertical again, or nearly vertical. But it looks to me like we're getting to...
They bought it up.
Well, look at this. So there was an X there. The X will come back in a minute, maybe. And this should go horizontal, and then we should get our next move. So this, to me, was a great opportunity. And if it's not, I have a stop loss below here. Well,
while you're talking there, KAS has climbed something like 15%. It's almost back to incredible.
These are my favorite times to buy. You know how you were saying buy the fear when it feels horrible? That felt horrible. When I clicked the buy button just now, I literally thought, shit, what have I done? And that's the best time. I've got a stop loss in now, so it's fine. I'm protected.
Sheesh, that was brutal. I'm trying to see.
This is.
I think some of the guys in the chats here are feeling the heat as well. I definitely hit a few stops here. Let's see where we are.
Oh, look at that. Am I still on?
I know where it says I smell fear. Guys, yes. But look, I'm going to pull this KAS chart up again for you. Okay, look at that.
This is good.
I just brought it back up. Okay. So this is what they do. They come and wipe people out. Bull market vibes, guys. This is exactly what we were telling you. They come and wipe you. You can lose money in a bull market like this. And here we are, and they've brought it all back up. So if you got stopped out, they have now sent it back up. It's the absolute worst feeling in the world. And I can assure you guys, let's just remove the screen. I can assure you guys that it's happened to all of us sitting here. If it's happened to you in the chats, it's happened to all of us here. And, this is part of trading crypto. And that's why we keep saying, guys, it's time for cool heads, time for good areas, 100%. Solid areas where things are doing 100%. This. You've got to remain calm. When you're getting these massive green pumps, you don't want to FOMO into big, thick green candles.
Right.
And you need to take it easy. Nick wants to know where people are buying KAS. You can buy KAS on 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗜𝗧.
𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗜𝗕𝗓𝗓.
There's a 𝗕𝗬𝗕 link in the description. If you want to get a 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗓 thing. There's our faces, guys. So again, I know it says who's shitting their pants now.
Dylan, before you end the show, can I make a quick announcement?
Yes, Dylan, we're not ending yet, guys. Do you want us to leave? You want us to go through some more charts here? I think this is the time we need to be here for you guys. So
yes,
I'm going to hang here with you guys for a bit longer.
Okay.
We're going to talk you through some of these tokens, and guys, we're gonna just try and sort this out for you. So,
hope you don't mind if I jump off in about 5 minutes, just to let you know. Is that all right? Yeah. Thank you.
A quick thing before we jump back into the charts. A couple comments from people that have been trying to get into Sniper Club and had trouble with your credit card or using your card. I double checked just now; it's working. If you're having trouble, there's a help button on the screen there when you register. And if you're still having trouble, reach out to me in Sniper School in the school Discord, and then I'll pass your info on to the people that are working on that. So thanks.
Okay, guys, let's go through some of the tokens. Shame, I see there's people here. People saying they're getting rinsed here. Guys, this is absolutely brutal. Again, this is why risk management, stop losses, we trade great areas. We don't trade sort of average areas. You wait for these entries, and when the market pumps like that, we're pushing into resistance areas, and then it does get a little bit tricky. So let's go through some of these tokens here. Dave, can I assign CRV to Dave? I'll cover Theta and Litecoin because I do have them ready. Bruce, can you do NEAR for us?
You bet. NEAR it is.
Simon, are you still here? Are you staying here?
Yep, still here for a minute or so. Go on. What do you need? Which one?
Okay, no. Well, grab us a chart. Affordable website is. Somebody said should we buy sushi? Okay, let's look at something like Filecoin. Here's a good example. Okay, so what have they done here to us with Filecoin? It rejected at a resistance area. Let me just pull my screen up for you guys.
Oh, these wicks.
No, this was brutal, guys. This was absolutely brutal. But again, I just want to reiterate: if you in the chats there and you're feeling, things went bad for you, it's we've all lived this. We've all done this. This is not our first rodeo.
We really have.
These are bull market vibes that they come for. And again, that's why we watch good areas, we watch solid zones, and we look at rejection areas. And this is why, we put so much emphasis in the Sniper Club and previously on the Banter Discord at these high reaction zones that you need to look out for on all these tokens, because they bounce in these areas when there's big dumps and they reject in these areas when there's big pumps. And you can see this on these charts now, what's going on. So look, Filecoin is recovering a little bit here, so not too bad. But if you guys want to put markers down for support, you generally look at that massive wick that we just had. That's generally a marker for the low that you want to target. Sometimes they come and visit it again, but often that is now a good target area. So for example, Filecoin front ran this old 382 and horizontal here at 4.16. And it's still in play. And so far so good. It is surviving, but if you bought the top, then you would have got a little bit rinsed there. Let's take a look at, let's catch up on Sol. Let's see, we are. Look at those candles. Wow. This is absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Yeah, it is.
And look how quickly they come and they start buying stuff again. Okay, so this was a proper bull market flush out. Okay, so if I were you, Sol, I'd watch. I'd see if there's some kind of recovery here at this horizontal and 618. I'd watch this area. Let's see what we get. You want to see if there's some kind of if it gets stable in that zone. That's something to watch. But geez, this is brutal. Wow.
Yeah.
The size of these candles, guys. Sure. And then the next area, 43.5. So let's see how we go here at this 44.7. Jeremy says he dumped the market. Jeremy, it's cool.
Thanks, Jeremy.
We forgive you. Yusuf says, how's run and his sole position?
𝗕𝗏𝗍 just messaged me.
Okay, sorry, so let's keep going. Fahad says oil back to entries. Guys, we'll do the oil one too. Let's do a recap on Litecoin. Let's see where we are.
Dylan 𝗕𝗏𝗍 just sent me a message. He got a massive hit on Kaspa. He did really well out of that dump. Really well. Better than me. Well done, 𝗕𝗏𝗍. Good job.
Nice one, sir.
𝗕𝗏𝗍 took a big chunk of money out on Kaspa just now and got the long.
Okay, so guys, here's another example. Litecoin on the 8-hour reaction area. So these areas you'll find on my charts that we put in the Sniper Club. Look at that. 100-day MA pinged on the horizontal. Big reaction here. Let's see how we go now. Let's see how Litecoin behaves at around the 70.85 region. Let's keep our eyes on this now. We want to see if that is reclaimed as support. So those of you trading Litecoin, 68 was the bounce there. That is still support. You can see I've highlighted that there for you. And now we are back up in this trend here and horizontal. Alazar says, why are so many coins dumping hard? Yeah, classic bull market play where they come and flush everyone out. Yeah, guys, again, just you just stay calm out there. We're going to look at these levels. David's going to bring you a chart. What do you have there, Dave?
I have curve.
Okay, Dave's going to bring us curve. Okay, there's your chart, Dave.
So yes, you guys can see that the moving average acted as support on that death candle that just happened. You can see that these order blocks on the 2 hour were tapped, immediately bought up. And you also have a bigger order block here between 0.49 and 0.50. You could also see that this horizontal was resistance and was acting as support during this pump with Bitcoin. So what you're looking for really is this reclaim here for it to hold as support, but hopefully that wick you caught a long there. I think this trend line's still going to hold, but yeah, if we were to dip a little bit lower and you want to snipe an entry on curve, I think right here at this order block, 50 cents is like the sniper entry there. But yeah, ultimately you're looking for this trend line to hold and for the reclaim of this prior resistance that was acting as support here for the past week. I think this became support November 5th to now. So that is what I'm seeing on curve.
Brutal. DC says greed gets taken out, isn't it? I mean, we get so excited and we jump into these candles and things start ripping, and then that's what they do. They come for you. Bull market vibes all day long. Okay, let's see, guys. I think look, people are calling shorts now. I think the shorts would have been at the resistance areas when we were pinging in them. If you're shorting now, you're potentially a little bit late.
Yeah.
Let's just do a quick BTC recap. Let's see where we are on BTC. Sorry, Dave.
We got near to if you want.
Yes, thanks, Bruce. Okay, so BTC is holding so far, so good.
Yeah.
This is the 1 hour that we like to watch, and it is getting bought up a little bit here. So let's keep our eyes on this. Support for me is still this 36 region. So let's see how we go here. Bruce, shall we look at near?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it was exactly like you described a couple seconds ago. Price tanked down right exactly to a previous support level, rejected back up. It's sitting below this support area of that. So what's now resistance. The candle hasn't fully recovered up into this area yet. So I would just watch it right now. Let's see whether it's going to kind of leak back down and find solid support at either the 200-day moving average or that support level. Yep, but it's exactly like you described a couple minutes ago, Dylan.
So we've lost the trend here. Can you zoom in a little bit?
We sure have. We absolutely lost the trend, but I think we lost the trend on almost everything. So I'm looking at horizontal levels now. So the question is, for the next move, is this a good level to long from, or is it going to recover above this level back in this area? We'll see. Got to wait.
Jeez,
I wouldn't jump.
I see there's a lot of comments coming in here.
Yeah,
I'm trying to process that. Rodolfo wants to know, is TRB ready? Well, guys, let's look at TRB. Let's see if we can grab ourselves an
TRB.
I caught that long on TRB at 150 or 111.
God, you got the fastest fingers around, Dave.
Yeah, that was I didn't tell anybody, but my YGG short.
You've been longing here while we're talking.
Yeah, he did.
Man, I'm just watching the show and I'm like hearing everything. Oh my God.
Holy cow, dude.
Okay, I'm zooming into 15 minutes. Let's see what's going on here.
You're already up 7.5%.
Yep. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, and it seems to be respecting the trend line again. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I saw too.
Yeah, cool.
It reacted.
Okay, so we do have some horizontal action here. Let me just let me pull this up here. Shame that I see there's a lot of comments about getting liquidated, guys. That was so brutal. It was absolutely brutal. This is why we pull out stops and we do all these things, because you always want to make sure you have something in your account to grab these opportunities. So what I'm looking at here on TRB, that was an epic dump here, but they did stop at this horizontal resistance zone 111, which is now our new sort of base area. What we do see often, and this was mainly in the bear market type dumps, we get these dumps and then they push it up and then they come back and they look again. So this is something you just need to be aware of. If things start turning rosy again, they might come back and look one more time. So if you didn't get the perfect entry here at the bottom, I would suggest not rushing in, not FOMOing in, because remember, if they do come back here to test these areas, you are talking about a 5 to 6% move from where we are now, and that's going to potentially hurt you as a stop area. Okay, so what I suggest, we sit back, we watch, we see what happens over the next few hours. Don't be in a rush to get into a position. And let's watch these areas. Let's see how we go. We're going to look for some consolidation as well, and then we're gonna hunt our next entries.
Yeah, the dust will settle for a little bit here, and we'll get some good entries for you guys.
By the way, that was
says.
I was going to say again, just to reiterate, this is a perfect example of why you take your profits.
Yeah, 100%. I just got stopped on the KAS long that was $1,000 up. They just came, took me out. Yeah, exactly. So, and you know what? I mean, yesterday I wanted to double up that position and 60% but I closed. Imagine I doubled up that thing and left it. I probably would have lost that whole profit. So, yeah, there's a lesson in that. Imran says KAS has virtually recovered. Yeah, absolutely. So they came and they flushed everyone out. And they sent it right back up. Let's take a look at something like Rune again, the 500% trade, the 500% bull market trade. Guys, look at this candle.
It's recovered a lot.
I'm crying at the same time. There are tears in these eyes. Look at the size of this candle.
Wow,
40%. Pump and dump on Rune, 40%. I mean, I've seen a shit ton in crypto, but you don't see that often. That 40% pump and dump in one candle. I mean, that is absolutely savage. But what you're going to do, how do you play Rune? Well, it's climbed right back onto its support area. So I'm going to call Rune 3.6 as support. And longs for me for Rune, 3.6, I'm going to look at. Let's clean this up a little bit. So this is a major area for Rune. You can see this is well, not a major area. This is 15-minute stuff we're talking about, but this is an area for Rune. So let's look here, horizontal. Let's see how it holds this region here, 3.6. Let's watch that for now, and then we should be good. Sorry, this trading view is still giving me some issues today. And let's take a zoomed out version here. And you can see on the daily chart, it is now just under this resistance zone, and it's going to try and push up and reclaim it again. So what you want to see, the Rune bulls out there, you just want to see that play out for us, and then we should be okay. So right now you're going to watch that 3.6. Let's see if that support holds. If that support holds, and we're going to keep our eyes on ETH as well. I want to use that as a guide for these altcoins.
ETH is holding the psychological 2000 level exactly right now.
You see, so ETH is pretty stable. So again, this is not a bad thing. You know, a lot of these other coins dumped. ETH is holding this 2000 target nicely. Okay, so eyes on Rune 3.6, and if ETH remains in this bullish state, then we should start making our way back up there. Okay, let's take some more requests here, guys. Let us know what you want us to look at. Yes, ETH BTC is ripping. Jess should change the title to minus 500%. That was so brutal, Jess.
Oh, wow.
That was absolutely brutal, Jesse. Okay, so somebody says GRT. Let's look at sand. That's a good one. Let's look at sand and H bar. Dave, can you do sand?
Yes.
I know you've done that one in the past. I'll do 𝗕𝗫. Bruce, if you can grab something else there as well. I think Doge could be a good one for you to look at.
I shall do such a thing.
Sorry, 1 sec, it's loading now. Okay, let's try and pick up the pieces on 𝗕𝗫. Let's see what type of damage they've done here. Just the trading view is giving me issues today. Sorry. Sorry, guys. It's sometimes we have a little tech issue here. Just give it a sec to load. Okay, Bruce, pull up your chart in the meantime. I'll try and sort out my trading view here.
I'm there.
Okay, so Bruce is going to do Doge quickly. I'm going to just sort out my tech issues here. Fahad's gone long TRB at 112. I don't think that's the worst idea.
No.
Rodolfo says TRB looks sad.
Yeah.
Kojo says that was brutal. That was so brutal. Jesus, that was brutal.
Yeah.
Guys, we all got hurt there. You're not the only one. We hit stops there. We got smashed now. We got absolutely hit there. Our stops have hit. A lot of trades we're in got hit here, stopped out, profits given out, all those things. So you're not alone. It's happened to us as well. And that's why we do this together.
But the good news, there's good news in that. The good news is that the market is actually coming alive after 2 years of trying to find positivity in just a depressing market. This thing's alive, up and down alive, but alive.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so what do you got?
Okay.
Doge?
Yeah, Doge. Well, Doge did what everything else did. It just missed that initial profit target, TP1. Just missed it with that wick. Poked down through. It obviously broke the trend line. Missed it. Broke down through the support level. But here's the cool thing: it is really respecting the 200-day moving average right there. So keep an eye on that level, and I would keep an eye on the actual horizontal support at that level. But if you find support in those places, you just pick up another long from there. Give it a little time to settle down, because it might keep on trying to fill this over the next couple hours. That's kind of common. But somewhere either in the 0.6782 area, 200-day moving average, or at the 0.66 horizontal support level, should be a nice buy.
Guys, so yeah, again, we just need things to settle. Ashish says he's still laughing at that video titled to -500%. You know, when I'm done here, I'm going to the designers and I'm going to say -500% trade. You see, I called it. That's exactly what we're going to do.
I know.
And somebody's lost their Litecoin. Guys, it's absolutely brutal. Okay, I've got 𝗕𝗫 for you. Again, if you zoom out, this is why I always say to you guys, you need to zoom out to really see what's going on here. And 𝗕𝗫 on the daily, look what's actually happened on the grand scheme of things. 5-6 days ago, you were hoping and praying that 𝗕𝗫 would be where it is right now. So here it is. It's pumped, it's dumped, and it's back to where it was 1, 2, 3 days ago. So, you know, it hasn't been completely destroyed if you zoom out. And those of you in the trade that we posted, this 𝗕𝗫 trade is still live. And the support is the 200-day MA horizontal. And that's still a hot zone for us. So 𝗕𝗫 is still okay. Nothing to panic about yet. If you're looking for exit points, or you're looking for stop loss zones, I would say look under that wick low as your new marker, as your area to maybe start cutting if it starts dipping lower than that. But you can see a lot of these tokens dropped and they were bought up very quickly. So let's see how it plays out. But 𝗕𝗫 seems all right for now.
Yeah, I have sand ready whenever.
Okay, Dave. Yes, stand, please. I know there's a lot of guys trading stand as well. I mean, oh, that is brutal. Can you zoom in on that?
Yeah. So what I'm seeing here, obviously, is the moving average acting as a major support. This death candle wasn't as bad as Rune, but yeah, it was pretty bad. But what is interesting here is that we have essentially reclaimed this trend line. So this trend line, I've been following it for a long time. This is actually where I made one of the calls a few weeks ago that played out. And the fact that we've reclaimed it and we're kind of here, you know, obviously we may want to see how the dust settles a little bit, but this looks like the potential entry for sand. And I'm looking at the same thing for DYDX. Like, we're in this trend line. It's probably going to respect it. I mean, it was just a big flush out and then reclaiming. I think things are going to reclaim where they're supposed to be without this crazy manipulation. So if you guys were stopped out on sand or you're looking to enter, this might actually be.
I mean, it's so funny, Dave, because an hour ago, week before the show, we were sitting going like, you know, we see shorts, but we don't want to short a pumping market. But you can't. There are no entrances to longs except if you get a, you know, microscope out there to find, like Dylan talked about, the 15-minute entrance there, you know, to scalp these little entrances. But this flush, all this flush did is give us new setups again. I mean, left and right. There's all kinds of things that are forming now. So this is great.
With a wake of damage. So I mean, that's hilarious. We were saying everything's at resistance, can't short this bull market. You know?
Right.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, I was secretly building that YGG short, and I just closed it at 150%. But I mean, I can't really give a 10%.
Of course you did, you dirty dog.
And like the maker thing I talked about it a few days ago, like it played out. Like I didn't take the maker trade, but I think, you know, coming into the future when we're all excited, we definitely should have some head shorts. But sand, you know, back to sand. I would just wait it a little bit here. I think if you can get right back to this trend line, that would be a good entry, and then just have a safe stop loss. You know, something that you're willing to lose. You know, don't go too crazy with leverage. But once you guys are in profits, set your stop loss at break even. You know, so
you don't lose money anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's sand. That's what I got for you guys there.
So there's a question here saying, won't it visit those wicks? Yes. So, you know, AIMC said, but would it not at some point like to look to visit those wicks? Yes. More often than not, they want to come and look at those wicks. We just don't know when they're going to try and do it. You've seen sometimes you've had dumps and they've come back weeks later to look at those wicks. So it is on the table. It's something to be aware of. It's not a great situation. I do have DOT here for you guys. Rodolfo says 𝗵𝗶 probably made some dollars in the last few minutes. I know 𝗵𝗶 is the resident there.
Tell us.
I know she likes to short. You think?
I just saw Sheldon's tweet just now. 3 letters. WTF. Okay, sorry. Anyway, cute.
Absolutely. I'm pulling up DOT on the daily. Let me just zoom out again, guys. Just a nice thing to do if you're always in the charts, 15-minute candles, those things. Take a step back. Always just look bigger picture where we are. And I mean, I'm not surprised. DOT reacted on a 382. It's an old 382 pool. It was from before today's pump. But if we zoom in here on this chart, I'm still creating new issues. You can see this reaction zone. It sits in my charts. They are in the Sniper Club. Look at that ping on the 382 there for DOT at 4.463. I can assure you I was in a DOT long. I am no longer in a DOT long. My stop was under the 200-day MA because it was a nice area. And I'm now stopped out and I'm watching DOT climb again and I've lost my entry. So guys, if it's happened to you, it's happened to us. We're not immune from these things, and here we are, you know, and there goes DOT. My entry is now closed, most likely at a loss, and there it goes. Okay, so that's crypto stuff for you guys. But what I do like about DOT, 200-day MA has been reclaimed, trend has been reclaimed, and as far as I'm concerned, this is still a hot zone. So 4.8 for me is a region for me for DOT longs. And resistance to watch 5 and 5.6. So again, nice recovery for DOT. It's going to be doing it without me though. We'll watch the show. We'll watch from the sidelines. But guys, we'll be in that sniper club hunting for entries, so don't you worry. We're going to come back with a vengeance here.
Exactly.
So all is going to be well in the end. Ashish says, I'm not worrying now for booking profits on KAS yesterday. Yes, Ashish, other than I entered KAS again, and I was $1,000 up before the show, and I can guarantee you I got stopped out. So, so there we go. Look, it's part of the game, guys. This is the leverage trading game. Big wins and big losses. That's why you've got to practice risk management, and you've got to be very greedy with things and how you deal with things. Mike says revenge trading.
Don't.
Stay away from
Don't.
My revenge trading record isn't great and that is why it's called revenge trading. And they always say don't do it, because often they come for a second bite. When you think it's over, they come for a second bite, because don't forget, a lot of these bounces now are everyone shorting late. Okay, so people are shorting late, and now the price is going up, and they have to close their positions, and they have to buy it back, so it pumps up. And then often they come back to visit. So just keep that on your radar as a potential event. They could come back down again.
Yep. And they will.
At, something like sushi. Let's see what sushi has done to us here.
Yeah.
So sushi to me looks like it needs to come down. Let's have a look here. So that one wouldn't have played out. Let's see. Let's go 4 hour. And so horizontal reaction here for sushi. Let's just let's pull up a 12 hour here. Okay, so guys, again, this is like a key and a high reaction zone. Again, identified here, resistance, broke through. Where did it come to look? Came bang into this horizontal at 0.8. So if you can identify these areas on your charts when you get these dramatic dumps and things like that, you can often take advantage of it if you're not, for example, like doing a live stream for everyone else.
Yeah, there's that.
But that's what we're here for, guys. We're here for you, okay? So we build these charts for you so that you can have them in front of you. But again, a sushi reaction off the reaction zone. Right now, there's no position here now. If you didn't grab it down here at 0.8, you need to just sit things out. Give it some time. And Dave's gonna prep CFX. So David wants CFX, and David
already got it.
will prep it forward.
Oh, you have CFX? Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I already got it. David's been asking about it.
Go for it.
Good. Okay, so Bruce has got CFX. Bruce, I'm pulling you up here.
Yeah, cool. Did like everything else, this is a little easier to see because we have a nice strong support level that it bounced into. Kind of define what looks like might be a new trend there, because we've got it was a kind of a nice channel that was moving in. Personally, I would just let this thing settle down, because if this thing comes right back down to this support area right there as the 50-day moving average is coming up to meet it, that could be a really nice entrance. Just be patient. Looks good. Give it time.
So you like down there horizontal and trend? Yeah, that looks quite juicy there.
Yeah, I mean, like right at 1.512-ish, a little above, a little below it, but right in that region right there seems really sweet to me.
Mornay says he lost all his confidence in one candle. Mornay, we feel you. I'm going to show you this Lido candle. I mean, if anyone's going to lose confidence in this thing, what the fuck did they just do to us? I mean, this is ridiculous. So, but how did it react? What lessons can you learn from these dumps? Well, most important, guys, if you set out these ranges and these areas where you get these horizontals, you can see and start identifying quite easily where these dumps are going to end, where they're gonna start, or where they're gonna reject. So that's why we spend so much time building these ranges and things and looking for these high impact zones for you. And you can see on this dump, Lido came down and it's pinged this horizontal support region again. And now they've sent it straight back up. I mean, this is savage. They got no chill. They just come and wipe everyone out, and they send it back 16% in one candle. Zero chill for Lido. Ian says he bought the top. It was brutal.
Oh.
It was brutal.
Oh, well.
We've all bought the top ones. Ian, don't feel bad. We've all bought the top ones. Ian said Run was making him feel quite confident. Well, the market was pretty bullish there, and there was pretty decent news coming out there. So yeah, you can't be blamed. But again, guys, if we can take lessons out of these things, it's zoom out, look at your charts, look at your reaction zones. Don't FOMO into big areas at the top. Those simple things, and again, never be over leveraged. That's where you get burnt. This is what they come for. This is where they make their money. They come and flush it. This is part of the process. It's part of the game. And you know who's doing well now? Anyone who was on 3x leverage or spot, they chilled there. They walked away from the charts for 2 hours. They've come back. They actually look up. They're looking at Lido and they're saying, "Oh, cool, I'm up." And anyone else who was in Lido is now liquidated. So there's something to be said for low leverage and spot buy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A Rush wants to know, guys, wrong answers only. A Rush wants to know who bought the top. Wrong answers only. Okay, let's recap on 𝗕𝗬. We have a question from Mary about 𝗕𝗬. Let's see where we are, because that was one of our top performers. TRB, if anyone's interested, 618.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so guys, 618 horizontal. Again, these reaction areas coming into play. You just need to build them on your charts. Make sure you know how to create them. We can help you in the Sniper Club, guys. Link in the description, Sniper Club. There is a promo happening now. There's a discount if you use the code word Sheldon in the description below, and join us in the Sniper Club. And we will help you with these levels and these areas on charts so you can identify them, especially when things are going to dump like this. At least you can find areas where you can collect some bargains. Okay, let's see 𝗕𝗬. Great recovery. Okay, so let's zoom out first with 𝗕𝗬. Let's just get a picture. And I mean, we've ripped way past our TPs. The trade that we gave out, I think we had a TP3 in this region here, around about 96. So we nearly went there, but it's reclaimed support. So 𝗕𝗬 is good. 0.856 is support right now that I would watch for 𝗕𝗬. And you can see why I consider that a possible support area. Let me just highlight it for you quickly. Okay, there's our high over there, and we're going to watch this region now, this 0.85 to 0.86 for 𝗕𝗬. So let's just see how this consolidates here. Maybe it will continue up. We just need to keep our eyes on BTC. Again, I'm watching that 36 level on BTC. That needs to play ball for us. But, all systems, all systems go. Well, all seems okay for 𝗕𝗬. It's turned green again on the daily candle. Ollie, we did cover TRB. It's bouncing off a 618 and horizontal, so it is an interesting zone now. Vet dumped hard, says Alazar. I think it might go back up. Thinking to long it. Well, let's take a look for you. Let's see what we got, guys. If you're enjoying this content and don't be scared, like and subscribe. You will get alarms. Sometimes we just jump on randomly. Like today, we're running the stream longer because we've had a mega dump and we want to help you guys. So we're here for you, but subscribe to the channel so you know when we are doing things. Look at this perfection as well on vet. Look how it's responded to these areas. So we had the high at 0.2035. We pinged it 3 days ago, and we came back in that dump and we pinged it again. It's absolute perfection on these levels here. So right now, vet is trying to reclaim this 2.13. I would watch that area for now. I wouldn't be long just yet because this candle can dip all the way back down to this 0.02. I think the best bet here is to let things settle. Let's zoom in a little bit. Remember, these initial bounces are always, let's call them panic reactions, and then things need to settle. Sometimes it takes a day, a couple of hours even for things to happen. What's happening there, Bruce? Anything?
I'm laughing at the comments. Tash Photo says, hold on, what do you say? My heart has never fallen out of my ass so quick. It's like, you guys crack me up.
Jeez, guys, look, if you can zoom out and you can laugh at the situation and You know, because that's all we can do when they come for you like this, and they send Rune down and up on 1 15-minute candle 40%. I mean, what can you do? There's nothing you can do. You can have your stop loss in place. You can understand your TP zones. You can understand your support regions. But if they're going to come and hit you 40%, you know, I think we can only laugh about it. So I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so VET on the 1 hour. This is actually a nice way to look at it. There is some horizontal forming. Let's look for some fib action here. Okay, we do have a 618 up here. So if VET can reclaim the 618, it might be okay. So right now, this is acting as resistance for VET. So potentially something along these lines. Okay, that is on the cards, potentially for VET. Otherwise, it needs to reclaim this area. Just be patient. Let it settle. Get some horizontal stuff going. And then it can push on. So you just want to make sure your supports are in play before you start buying things. 0.0214. So that's a hot zone for me. Watch that area. If it pushes up, starts reclaiming, then maybe there's a long in play. Otherwise, you often see a tendency they come back to visit these wicks. And then if they do start sending it lower, then you look for your buys again on this 0.0245. Okay, so Vishal says WorldCoin. We only know something called WildCoin.
WildCoin.
Yeah, what happened to Wild on this one? That's
let's check if Wild was wild, guys. Let us know, guys. Is anybody trading anything right now? I'm keen to hear what's going on here. Have there been some recovery buys? Oh, Wild was wild.
Yeah, well, interesting. Wild didn't react to the upswing at all. Like it just stayed consolidating, but then nice candle.
Quite the candle for sure.
Yeah.
What did it do? It just played the channel game.
Yep, exactly.
50-day MA.
Yeah.
50-day MA coming into play again.
Yep. Exactly.
Look at this nice support band here. Yeah, 𝗕𝗓𝗄 right. It didn't really do much on that pump.
No.
Okay, so WLD. We call it Wild, you call it WorldCoin. We all know what we're talking about. Support for me, 1.6. Watch the support. You can see it's a horizontal
right
trend.
there now. Yeah.
50-day MA. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
No.
618. Well, there's so much going on here. So much going on here for WLD. That's a hot zone, guys. Okay, that's a hot zone. You can see why it's trying to recover. It's a hot zone. 1.663. Nice area. If you hold that, you should be good.
Yeah. 6. Oh yeah.
Made 200%. He made 200% on KAS and he took profit. Well, anyone here who made 200% on KAS today and didn't take profit, raise your hand. Am I the only one raising my hand? Yeah, I got smashed on that KAS. Okay, let's see. Marcus says Phantom is at resistance. Marcus, let us know what time frame you're watching, and let's bang through a couple more charts here for everybody. I'm sure you guys are feeling some pressure in some of yours. David keeps talking about Ant. David Perez keeps talking about
very
Ant.
Excited about Ant.
Okay, let's see what the story is here. I mean, maybe Bruce, maybe this is the new token that does the opposite as to what BTC does. Remember, Promo used to do the opposite to whatever BTC did. Okay, so yeah, David Perez. This is at a area to watch. Let's look at this other high over here. We need to see what's going on there. Okay, so watch that.
Notice how it's hugging the 50-day moving average like a close cousin. I don't know where that came from.
The 50-day made like a close cousin. Okay, guys, another hot zone though.
Just leave me alone. Yeah.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Okay, 618, 50-day MA and horizontal.
Yeah.
Nice reaction.
Yeah. That actually is really cool.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Exactly. And I popped out of nowhere.
Well, Adam enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
that's
is it?
ridiculous.
It's cool. It's kind of cool.
Okay, so Ant, I have no clue what it is. This is a resistance band, guys. You need to pay attention to that. Just a notable reaction zone. 50-day MA, guys. 618 horizontal. We are all over this stuff. These are my type of zones. These are my type of hot areas that I love working on. Yeah, so keep an eye on Ant, but this is a resistance area. So just watch it there. Lutzen says comedy show.
We needed something.
We gotta have give you some
Queenie Lynn lost Litecoin. I got stopped on Litecoin too there, I believe. I took some blows, guys. I took some blows on DOT as well. I'm just thankful there's still money left in my trading account. So that was absolutely brutal, guys. Absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of these, somebody's saying, how's Run's trades doing? Look, I'm assuming he got under pressure there, but I know Run has deep stop losses, so it's probably bounced back and recovered okay. I'm sure he's fine. Okay, we got questions for Link. Let's take a look at Link here.
Ghana looks really interesting too.
Gala. Okay, so Dave's going to pull up Gala for us in a minute. Look, bullish Link I still like at 18. I'm not cancelling that idea. I think it's still in play. Let's just look at this current situation. You can see it's come back onto a trend. Okay, so guys, again, something as simple as a trend in play, just bouncing off a trend there for Link. Link 1 hour. But again, I mean, I can't commit to a position here. If somebody's asking me, is now time to go long? I wouldn't long here. This wick needs to be dealt with. I think you need time. I think you need to let things consolidate a little bit. We need to sit and see what the market wants to do. You need to just watch. You want to see some candles develop. You just want to see what the next plan is. You can always buy it back higher. Okay, I mean, it's not ideal. It's not the ideal situation. But if the market forms a nice structure and it starts giving us a setup and we can see a potential move coming and it's higher, let's say it's at 16, then we can plan around that and we can say, okay, cool, the trade is on. Right now, I can't say to you the trade is on. You know, you need to take some time here and just watch things a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm a little bit cautious right now because Bitcoin has settled smack between two horizontal levels. Wick down to a horizontal level, respected it, but it looks like it needs to kind of ground itself again.
Yeah, just a little bit of consolidation. Dave's going to give us Gala, and then I'm going to do XRP for you guys. I'm pulling up your chart, Dave.
Cool. So it was interesting to see what Gala did there. It was a 20% dump, but I see the reclaim of the moving average, the 200-day, and this order block. So I'm not in the position. I'd like to see how the U.S. session ends. But by the end of U.S. session, if let's just say there's another red candle and then a reclaim, I see a reclaim and the 200-day is tying in here with this order block, I might snag a sneaky long there. And you could see it's recovered nicely, and it's one of the green ones right now compared to all the red. I think there's still a lot with gaming. I don't think the gaming hype is going to go away with just one red candle. So got my eyes on that, and I would recommend you guys keep an eye on some of these gaming tokens and the levels and see what's respected. And if I see something, I will post it. I'll post it for you guys. But
okay, guys, remember David's charts, Bruce's charts, my charts, Sheldon charts, they all are now available in the Sniper Club. There is still the Banter Discord, but it's going to have slightly less stuff coming through to it. We are working on a feed that will send it through to the Banter Discord, but the bulk of it's going to be in the Sniper Club. and you can chat to us in the Sniper Club. We're going to do closed calls with you on Zoom in the Sniper Club. We are there for you. There's a lot of names in the chats here that are already in there with us. I see Fahad here. Maruk is asking questions about 𝗁. I think she's also in the Sniper Club there with us. So guys, it's all happening in there, and we're going to give you focused attention in the Sniper Club between all of us. Let me pull up this XRP chart for Francesco and Michael, also looking for XRP. And there's an interesting view from KJN. He says he feels like the bull market wicks do not get retested. That's an interesting comment, and it is worth looking to see if these alts start forming supports in these good areas. And if we get that structure and it looks okay, then maybe it is a sign that we will be pushing on higher. So again, guys, you just need to consolidate, maybe dial in, just look what's happening, and just give it a little bit of time. So XRP again is trying to reclaim quite a key level here, 665. That it has lost. So again, eyes on XRP, watch this area. This was a horizontal zone of interest for me, and we want to watch this area. We want to see this 0.66 get held. We want to see it push back up here and then start making its way up. Otherwise, I'm just seeing something like this really play out for XRP at the moment. So I'd let this one settle a little bit more. Christian says he's very scared. It's pretty scary when this happens. Guys, it's that's why zoom out. Best option, zoom out. Understand your levels. Understand the coins that you are in, that you are trading. Understand your levels well. Know where they're going next if there is a dump. Maruk, I'm going to pull up 𝗁 for you. Oh, 200-day MA reclaimed, but brutal dump again. I mean, this is absolutely insane what they've done here. Okay, so 200-day MA has been reclaimed, Maruk. So that is a good support area for us that we have used before. But under that, I can't give you much because we've got this massive wick now. So if it does want to come back and test this wick here, we're looking at an 8% to 9% dip. So first port of call for me, 200-day MA, that's about 1% from where it is right now. Then you've got some kind of horizontal there, 2.2, but this wick is obviously a concern for us at the moment. Let's clean this up. Let's see if we can pull in some kind of trend action as well.
I've got Tara.
And I've got Solana, which is on its own thing.
How's it looking there, Bruce?
Not bad. I mean, Solana's, there's nothing about, I mean, it's a big wick, but it actually is looking quite bullish right now.
Quite juicy. Okay, so comments, just final comments on 𝗁. 200-day MA. There is a cluster over here that I would watch. Okay, watch that. 0.0197. Support, 200-day MA support. If it loses that, I reckon you're coming down lower. Hopefully that answers your question there. Okay, who's got Tara? Dave?
Yeah.
Okay, here's Tara.
Yeah, so guys, I'd mentioned this one maybe a little over a month ago, how I was accumulating, and I even gave a long call, I think like less than a month ago, and we're already 140% up, which is incredible. But now we have this new trend line that's forming on the 2-hour time frame, 1 hour, whichever one you want to use. You could see that this wick came into this area. There's multiple wicks here, but what I'd like to see, and if you guys are looking to add more to your spot positions, I would wait for this trend line and this area right here. So how far is that from here? Let's see. Yeah, maybe a 10% drop. So maybe there's another 10% pullback. But yeah, I would set an alert here as well at 0.009 And yeah, I just see nothing but upside on 𝗬𝗓𝗧. I mean, I guess there's a lot of similarities with this token and KAS, as I mentioned before. Definitely, if you guys are looking to add spot position, I recommend having a bag of this. So, and I know 𝗓𝗵𝗲 could probably vouch for me there.
I think so. Any opportunity he gets, he buys this KAS. So yeah, look, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, Bruce, show us what you got there.
Yeah, well, I'm on the. Go ahead. Let me switch.
I'm trying to pull up your screen here.
There we go. Thank you. I'm on the 3-day, and the reason I'm on the 3 days because there is this area right here. There's barely any resistance, and that's back in May of 2022. I've been waiting for this level for a long time. I actually picked up my spot bags at $12 and $13 for Solana, but this is the one I've been waiting for to zoom in. Let me get there. This is exciting. So Solana, oh, come on, go away. So Solana, yeah, right. Trading view is being paid in the, yeah. So Solana, it put. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm glad it's not just my side. I thought it was something.
No, something. Yeah, matter of fact, I got a strange message when I logged in this morning. Going, it was the weirdest message. It said, "We don't think you're an amateur trader anymore. You need to pay professional fees." It was
I got that too.
What? Really? Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So it wasn't just me. Anyway, up against a major resistance area before it enters this. You know, it wicked down a lot, but just really to the current trend line right there, recovered most of the way. I'm personally hoping that it does come down over the next couple of days into this area again and continue up and gather enough steam to break through this resistance area. So if it comes down here, I'm going to start building a position again, because like I said earlier, it's this 27% move to the upside that has me more excited about Solana than anything we've had so far. So I'm just going to be patient, but anywhere in the maybe starting at 42.44 all the way down to maybe 41.28. I wouldn't even mind if it comes back down into the bottom of the range at 39.29. I'll just start adding onto a position if it comes down in preparation for push up, because I'm pretty confident that'll happen next.
Suna says another red candle incoming. Guys, let's do a quick recap on BTC. See where we are. Rune, I still like Rune above the 3.6, not gonna lie. I like Rune above 3.6, guys. If you do get an opportunity at around 3.6, probably worth a little stab there.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It's recovered very quickly. It was absolutely disgusting what happened there, 40% up down, but we got to pick up our bags and carry on. BTC has tested the 36 level and it was bought up so far, so let's keep our eyes on BTC. This is BTC on the 1 hour. Just going to zoom in a little bit for you, so you can see this is my BTC, call it my watch list. This is anything under this area. We start losing this area, I start reassessing how I'm going to view things. But right now, I'd like to see BTC hold this 36,000, and then we should be okay. I am enjoying ETH up at $2,000. It's been a long wait, and ETH is the boss of the alts, and ETH is maybe taking control again, and it's getting its groove on there. So guys, we're going to wrap it up. This was an 2-hour session. Again, watch these levels, let it have some time to consolidate perhaps. Rune, I still like Rune. I still think it's a 500% trade on a 10x leverage. I do like it above 3.6. I want to see it hold that region. BTC 1 hour 36k is your level that you want to watch. And look, we'll see you in the Sniper Club. I'm sure there's a lot of catching up to do. Bruce and Dave are going to jump in there shortly, I'm sure, and then I'll be on in the Sniper Club in the chats later, and we'll try and unpack what has just happened and what these people have done to us.
Exactly.
We'll see you in there. Thanks, Bruce, Dave.
No problem.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be hanging out